And of course, Cole, we're going to be looking at incidents from the last round. Obviously, it wasn't last week. It was the last round, so the week before in Japan. And we got some good examples, some incidents that were investigated by the stewards. And, of course, then we'll turn our attention to the next race, which is this Sunday in Bahrain. Of course, we've got Jess joining us. You can't hear her, but everything that you see on screen, she's portraying. And, of course, Colin and I can hear her in our ears. But Cole, Japan, obviously one of your favorite tracks, putting on some great racing in Japan. Remind me, what was the weather?
Do you know what? Good question. Oh, that's right. So it was wet at the end of the race. That's right. So I kind of gambled on there being a bit more rain at the end of the race, and it didn't really work out. There was a little bit of rain, but not really enough for the Inters to be used that much. But this is why, it's brilliant with the approximate, because, if it was on perfect, you'd know exactly when lap bit was coming, and that's there's no fun in that. But yeah, I love this track. It's an absolute blinder. Probably, if you had to pin me down, probably my favorite track.
Ooh, bold statement there.
Yeah.
Speaking of bold, should we jump into some incidents? Now, the first one is Arnold and Rob. And Colt, the reason I put this in was because Rob did something quite sportsmanlike that I thought it's important to highlight, which was he provided race director for Arnold in order to get his penalty removed.
Yeah, that is the type of sportsmanship we love to see. Rob didn't need to do that. He didn't have to do that, but he did it as a favour for a fellow driver, and it helped Arnaud remove his penalty as well. So he had 3 seconds removed because Rob supplied his footage, which, fair play to him, was brilliant. Really impressive, really nice to see. And this is, we all want to win, right? We all want to beat the other guy. But when you see sportsmanship like that, it's lush. I really like it.
Yeah, so a pretty standard incident for us.
Keep on him, you might make a mistake.
Stewards, but important to highlight, I think, when, a driver does the right thing. And on this occasion, obviously, I think the incident itself was just racing, but obviously shouldn't have been a 3-second time penalty. And I don't believe Arnold had it, so Rob provided it, and he was able to get it removed. So well done to him. Next one is between Nightclear and King Bryce. So Jess will bring that up for us, and we'll run through it, Cole.
Yes, I got to remember these now because it's been a couple of weeks since I've seen them. So, yes, I remember this now. So you can see King Bryce, he loses control. You can see he's started to veer towards the left as well, and then connected with the Ferrari of Nightclear. So seeing it again, you keep an eye on the car ahead, which is the Aston Martin. And here we are on board. So they're coming into he's gone through 130R into the final chicane. You can see he's run quite deep, just about keeps it on circuit. And then he's halfway losing it, and then connects with Nightclear. An unfortunate instant for the drivers, but the stewards did deem Kim Bryce at fault because he was losing control of his car.
Yeah, I think it's one of those unfortunate incidents, Cole, which, there's multiple factors that contributed towards the contact. Luckily for the Ferrari, he was right by the pit entrance as well. But yeah, you can see that the incident starts from going deep, and then obviously the Ferrari trying to take advantage of the situation, ended with a collision. Obviously the Aston Martin, as you can see from that footage, didn't get any damage. But yeah, so next one we're going to look at it's actually involving King Bryce as well, but this time with Hell Vector. So Jess will grab this one for us very shortly. So here we go. So this is into turn 1.
Yeah, so you can see that Helvetica is catching King Bryce, but he misjudges the closing speed, makes contact with King Bryce. Now, what I'm surprised at, I'm surprised that Helvetica didn't just let him go, and this would have been, probably not even reported.
And he would have lost less than the time penalty that he got for the incident.
Yeah, exactly that. But he didn't do so, so the stewards then gave him a penalty. But you could see that Helvetica just misjudges the closing speed, misjudges his braking point, and hits the back of the Aston Martin, and King Bryce runs quite wide and obviously loses the position.
Yeah, obviously, Helvetica going obviously on the softer compounded tyres was going for this move, was completely out of hers. Obviously, DRS is open. And was carrying a lot of extra speed, but you've always got to be responsible, for your car and what the car is doing in front. We're heading towards a braking zone, so you've got to be prepared to expect them to brake where they deem to be comfortable for them. So, unfortunate incident, but as you said, Colt, the penalty could have been avoided had Helvetica let King Bryce back through.
Yeah, just a reminder for drivers, just like, if you go, do you know what, I don't think that was right, I don't think that was fair, I think I made a boo-boo there, just let him go, because 9 times out of 10, that guy ain't going to report it anyway, and if he does, the stewards are going to look at it, a lot more lenient than if you would have just carried on at normal speed.
You listening, J. Colt? Or he's in the chat. All right, we're going to look at some good racing now, Cole. This is always, a highlight. And it's going to be between Chris and Seco from the P2 tier. Have we got one or both POV, Jess? Just the one from Chris. So here we go, heading into turn 1, Cole. Obviously, you can see the Aston Martin car there flashing. Pretty straightforward move, but the reason I put this in, obviously Jess is going to show it again, is the reaction. So Chris is going to go to the left. Seco then moves to the left, which he's entitled to do, Cole, because he's allowed to move back towards the racing line as they approach the braking zone. Nice. Chris, obviously with his vast experience, spots it, switches to the inside, and job done. Yeah,
that's a lush maneuver. You can also see how much understeer he's got and how much lock he has to put on, because obviously he's on the intermediate. You can see how much understeer that they've got now in these tricky conditions. A lot wetter than P1, I must say, as well. But yeah, lovely maneuver there from Chris. Nice one.
All right. Next one we're going to look at is also from the P2 tier. So obviously, it's been perhaps a bit critical of them earlier in the season, Cole, but showing some good racing as the season goes on between Jacob and Lukey. And of course, Jacob is one of those drivers, Cole, who very rarely makes a mistake, and that's why he's leading the championship.
Yeah, he's so consistent, isn't he, Jacob? I mean, I'm trying to think of a mistake that he's made, and I just can't think of one, to be perfectly honest with you. Look at this. So we're around 130R, and we're going to dive down the inside of the chicane. Waits a bit longer. See that, and then this is the thing. He knows that he's going to put Lukey in an awkward position now, and he knows he's going to get DRS down this straight. That's very intelligent driving. He could have gone for the maneuver into the chicane, but backed out last minute, knowing that he's going to get DRS down towards turn 1. Nicely done from Jacob. And that's one of the reasons why he's leading the championship, is because he's picking his battles when he should and when he shouldn't go for them. He reminds me of J. Cole, to be fair.
Well, I don't like to compliment Luke either, unless I absolutely have to. But fair play to Luke. I don't know if you can go back slightly just to the entry to the chicane. But Luke gives him plenty of room on the first part of the chicane. Doesn't turn in on him. And if we keep going, you'll see that Luke leaves a car's width, almost compromises his exit a little bit further on. If you can. Yeah, just slightly further on if you can, Jess. Yeah, so you see there, slightly back, but don't worry, I think we saw it. So the Jacob wasn't actually 50% alongside at the point of turning, but Lukey's given him room. You can see there, yeah, perfect. That Lukey's given him room between the track and the curb. Obviously, you can use a lot of curb here, so that counts as a car's width in this scenario. And Luke's actually compromised his exit slightly to be able to give that room. And I just think this is how you build up good relationships with, fellow drivers. Luke probably already felt he was going to lose the position. And obviously, he's the type of driver where he doesn't want an incident in the steward's office. And, this is over 14th, 15th place. So, I think fair play to both of them. And as you said, Cole, Jacob, taking the opportunity to know what's going to happen almost and plan the move further on in a safer place to do it.
Yeah, exactly that. And, like we said before, that's one of the reasons why he's leading the championship, because he isn't going for these desperate maneuvers.
Yeah. All right. Last one we're going to look at is between Jake and Ocon from the P4 tier. So great to see some good racing in the P4 tier. So Jess will bring up that footage for us in just a second, Cole. So Joel's involved in this as well. So down the main straight, rain is obviously coming down, intermediate tyres.
So it's you're wondering now from Jake's point of view, what are we going to do? So Joel, you can see, has completely run out of hers. So he's blasted past it, very nice. Oh, and there you can see Ocon's run wide. But you can see what Jake's done there. He's aware that there's going to be a car there, and look at that, hangs it round the outside. He doesn't just completely swipe the Ferrari, because that would have ended both of their races. That's really good awareness from Jake there. So what's that? 2 maneuvers in the space of a couple of corners. Very nice.
Yeah, and I think this is why I put this in, right? So, look, Jake, as you said, there's corner coming up here. You look at the room that he's given Ocon, and guess what? He hasn't lost the position by doing it. So it just shows you it can be done. And I think the more we can encourage this, Cole, the more enjoyment our drivers will have on a Sunday night.
Yeah, exactly. And he got the maneuver done anyway. So he didn't need to do, squeeze him to the 10th degree on the edge of the circuit. And through goes Jake, but so not only did he leave room on the exit, but he left room on the entrance, knowing that he's alongside, but he knew that he'd have the inside for the next corner, and then it was, job done. So great driving, great awareness as well from Jake.
Alrighty, well, that's the good incidents that we wanted to bring you here tonight. We're going to quickly talk about next track, which is Bahrain. So obviously a tricky track on traction, quite a favourable track for pad users, I believe, Cole. Lots of straights, and really important that you have a good rear end to get out of some of these slower traction zones. Obviously pit entry need to be careful of, because it's easy to speed where you're carrying quite a lot of corner speed out of the final corner. And of course, 3 DRS zones, Cole, and 3 detection. Is there 3 detection points in the game, or is it just on?
Good.
Three detection points in the game now as well. So yeah, look forward to it. You're not always keen, Cole, but I know this is one of your dad's favourites.
Yeah, it's one of Dad's best circuits. For me, I really struggle around here. I don't know why. It's really not a good track for me. I enjoy driving it. I'm just not very good at it. And turns, my favourite part of the track, mind, is turns 9 and 10. So that's the 2 very tight left-handers. Very easy to lock. Yeah, very heavy braking zone, and very easy to lock your front left as well. Going into that corner, I suspect we'll see quite a lot of mistakes there, and of course that then leads on to a DRS straight as well. So I suspect we'll see quite a few maneuvers going into turn 11.
Alrighty, well, short one from us here this evening, but big thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy these stewarding streams. Obviously, we all do, and hope they're able to provide you with some clarity on incidents, and also it's always nice to highlight some good racing. Cole, final thoughts before we head off?
Well, obviously we got Bahrain this weekend, as we've just said. You can tune in to Jess and I on Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. We will be interviewing a couple of drivers. We'll review last race results. We'll do our predictions. And we'll also obviously be revealing the weather. Are we going to get rain in Bahrain?
Oh, say that 10 times fast. All right, big thanks to Jess in our ear, and of course we'll thank our sponsors and partners, Pure Sim Gear, Sim Racing Setups, Next Level Racing, Vespa Team, Sim Grid, and of course our title sponsor, Delta.app. Thanks, Cole, for joining me. Best of luck to all the drivers racing on Sunday, and hope everyone has a good weekend.
Yes, good luck all, and I'll see you all on Sunday morning.